Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching this webinar. Apologies on the technical difficulties in getting that going earlier, but hopefully you can watch this and get a lot of value out of it. What we're going to be covering today, unlocking B2B for Meta. First, we'll start with why B2B, business-to-business advertising on Meta is so difficult. And then we'll talk about how we can overcome that difficulty by using MetaMatch. And then we'll talk about how to use MetaMatch. So first, why is business-to-business advertising so difficult on Meta? Mainly comes down to the data that Meta has on hand. So when you go to create a Facebook profile, you're not usually putting employment information into that. Or if you are, you're not really leading when you set up that profile with professional information. That's what LinkedIn's for. And so when you go to target by job title, by company size, by industry, it's usually just not up to date, not accurate, all that kind of stuff. There's also, because of that, the targeting issues, there is this assumption that a B2B buyer, maybe a IT persona or a cybersecurity persona, that they wouldn't be on Facebook or Instagram. And I think that that assumption is just false. It's the largest social media platform in the world. To say that all of your buyers aren't at least spending some time on these platforms is, I think, just not true. They might not be actively researching for software to buy or services to subscribe to, but that doesn't mean that they're not willing to learn about it. Also, marketing teams, when it comes to advertising on different channels, are dealing with constrained resources. If you have a small team of demand gen specialists running campaigns on Google and LinkedIn and maybe Google or Bing or whatever other channels you're running, to get them to then build and monitor and optimize campaigns on another channel is very difficult. Now, with constrained resources, poor targeting, bad assumptions, you get poor results. And so there's just a perception that Facebook or Instagram, Meta won't work, or it's too complicated. As you can see here on the right-hand side, we've got an image, an AI-generated image of B2B on Meta. Even the AI thinks it's very convoluted and complicated and all that. So how do marketers get around this? Do they push account lists and pray for the best? That's one way to do it. A lot of companies try this. They will take their target account lists from Salesforce or HubSpot or something, upload it into Facebook, and try to target that way. Maybe they'll layer in job titles or seniorities on top of it. But often, since these personal profiles are not up to date or inaccurate, it really just still falls to the wrong people, or you end up targeting the wrong people. You could invest $250,000 in personal and professional data resources, and then build a solution that normalizes the personal to professional identity graph. And you can push lists of emails that way. It sounds pretty expensive, so I don't know if that's for everybody. You could just limit yourself to website retargeting. It's what many B2B companies end up doing because they've tried Facebook, it didn't work. They couldn't really build a workaround solution. So you might as well just retarget people that are at least on your website. This is definitely limiting. You can't drive brand awareness to people that are already aware. And so it becomes a very small line item in a marketing budget that doesn't really drive many results. We want to be able to drive awareness, to create brand awareness from net new companies, net new contacts that have not yet been to your website. So the solution, MetaMatch. Duh. What is MetaMatch? Well, first of all, AI thinks MetaMatch is some sort of match swirling flame thing that we have on the right-hand side. But in reality, it's a database. It's a database of over 1 billion contacts, personal and professional information, and it takes a sort of LinkedIn level targeting or LinkedIn style targeting, but pushes these audiences into multiple channels, giving you meta prices with LinkedIn quality. We're going to dive into the platform right now and walk through how to actually set up these audiences. But first, if you want to sign up for your own MetaMatch instance, we'll do MetaMatch. Sorry, there we go. Go to metadata.io/metamatch/trial and enter your business email in here, and you'll get 3 free MetaMatch audiences in a 30-day period. No credit card required, just an email. You'll also have here a bit more information on pricing, quotes, who's using it, all of that. So we are in a MetaMatch free trial account right now. And first thing you have to do here is integrate your ad channels and your marketing automation and your CRM. The ad channels that you connect are where we'll push audiences, but keep in mind for Google, it's going to be first-party audiences. We're really focused on Meta today. So once you get your Meta instance connected, then you can start playing around in the audience builder. We have a lot of different ways to segment audiences. It can be very broad firmographic profiles. You can leverage intent data. You can target by, you can target accounts based on the technologies that those accounts use, or you can upload your own data, whether that's a contact list CSV, an account list CSV, pulling accounts from Salesforce or pulling contacts from Salesforce, HubSpot as well, or even G2 intent data. We'll start with building a firmographic audience. And we're going to do the advanced firmographic for this use case. So you can see here, you're going to start by filtering for industry or company size or revenue. I strongly recommend that you cast the widest net possible and then chisel away to make it a bit more refined. If your business does not necessarily require an industry filter, or you work well in all industries, then you don't need to layer in an industry filter. You can just add a company size filter. Or maybe, you work with all types of companies and you want to get more granular on the persona, then you would just click over to this persona tab. I think the core functionality when it comes to MetaMatch is the keyword job title targeting. If you're familiar with LinkedIn, when you go to build an audience, you type in a job title of individuals that you want to target, you end up getting a very long list of predetermined or preset job titles, and you have to select each one in order to guarantee that you're going to target that persona. In MetaMatch, I can target just by job title. So I'll type in marketing, for example. Now, we are going into our database here and pulling every single contact that has the keyword marketing in their job title. That's 4.4 million people. It's a lot. It's a bit broad. I'm going to want to refine this. It's good. It's a good start, but it's way too big of an audience, and I really don't want to target people who are, let's say, product marketers. So I'm going to suppress product as a keyword. I'm also going to suppress field I don't want field marketing. I don't want product marketing. I don't want anybody that works in sales and marketing. I just want people in marketing. Now, this is getting refined. I can also layer on top of this a seniority filter. So I'm going to click into seniority and I'll go manager and above. I'll also do owner and partner down here. I don't recommend layering in job titles and job functions. Those are, I think, redundant filters. And so if you're going to build an audience, play around with the sizes that you get when you add in job function or when you add in job titles. You will get this previewed or this estimated size. So, I think take your time. You don't have to create an audience right away. Wait for the estimated size and make a decision based on that. I'm going to add in the company section a size filter. Size does matter in this instance when it comes to who you market to, right? And we'll also do high tech. And I want to do high tech computer software. So we've got an audience of 42,000 contacts. When we create this audience, when we click next and create audience, we're actually going to be pulling 43,000 hashed emails in our database and pushing those hashed emails to these ad accounts and matching the hashed email to the profile in that channel. So even if my job title is not up to date on my Facebook profile, which it's not, you can still target me based on the company I work for and my role in that company. Even better, or to add to that, I can click into this audience and preview who I'm targeting at which accounts before I even launch anything. So I'm optimizing my campaigns before I've spent a dollar. This is really important. You can do some sort of iterative adjusting here. And it's a huge advantage when comparing building audiences in LinkedIn and in Facebook natively versus building them in MetaMatch. You will not get a preview in these native channels. You can see here on the right-hand side as well that you will have a match rate for these different channels. For Facebook and Instagram, you're usually looking at a 40 to 50, maybe 60% match rate. For LinkedIn, it's much higher, but this is going to be the hashed emails matching to usernames in these profiles, so it's not always going to be 100%. Keep that in mind when you get that estimated contact size. All right. Now, building another audience, let's do technographic. These are great for going after your competitors' customers, or if you are a type of company that can only work with accounts that are using specific technologies, this is the audience for you. In metadata, I like to target companies using HubSpot or Marketo, Pardot, and even Eloqua. But I want to refine this even further. I also want to target companies that are using Salesforce. There we go. Or HubSpot CRM. So you can see here, there's an or statement between these technologies. So companies using HubSpot or Marketo or Pardot or Eloqua and using Salesforce or HubSpot. Obviously, there's way too many contacts and companies within this, so we're going to refine it for company size and we'll do job function, seniority, and that's it. Not all of these have estimated sizes. Keep that in mind. The firmographic audience definitely has an estimated size. So we'll call this technographic. These should complete in a matter of minutes. So run an audience, give it a preview, make adjustments if you need to. And then you can see these audiences matching in your Meta Business Manager as if you had uploaded a CSV of contacts yourself. Last other types of audiences I'll address are the list upload audiences and the Salesforce ones. If you have a list of accounts that you want to target, but maybe you're not a Salesforce or HubSpot customer, you can upload a CSV. So you would just download the template here, copy and paste the company domains into the domain column, and then you'll upload that account list and layer on top of it that persona information. It's always important to layer on persona information because an ad that's relevant for a chief marketing officer is not relevant for a director of IT, for example. You have the ability to refine for quality, so why not take advantage of it? For the Salesforce side of things, as long as you're integrated here, we can pull accounts directly from your CRM. So maybe I want to target my tier 1 accounts that are also in an open opportunity stage. You get the point. I'll run that. And I have my 56 accounts here that meet both of these criteria. I can save that and again, layer on top of it my persona information. The types of audiences you create, it's up to you. But in general, we recommend trying to get the largest audience size possible without sacrificing quality. We recommend targeting multiple job titles when you build this out here. Shouldn't just be just marketing or just sales. Think about all the relevant people in an organization and think about what makes a lead good or bad from the job title perspective. Build a list of those job titles and then add them here. And the same exercise, build a list of keywords that you know sales doesn't want to talk to. Add those in the exclude column. And then also just keep in mind the location under the persona criteria is where the lead is located, not where the company is located. Big difference in the two. That does it for how to use MetaMatch. Please reach out if you have any questions, if you'd like to get a trial going, or if you already have a trial going and you need to maybe create a couple extra audiences, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm sure we can help. Thank you.